presence in a smile. Love and compassion hand in hand. Forgiveness helps us understand. Infinite threads weaving hearts together, even miles apart. Through the laughter, through the tears, we find strength to face our fears. Infinite threads weaving hearts together, even miles apart. Through the laughter, through the tears, we find strength to face our fears.
Hello, dear friends, and welcome back to Infinite Threads. I'm Bob, and I'm grateful you're here today for a special Saturday episode. There's a lot happening in the world right now, and I don't talk about this kind of stuff on here because I like to stay very positive, and I just don't like to get into divisive issues. But I felt this needed to be said, and I hope you'll listen to it. There is a lot happening in the world right now, and if you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, maybe even hopeless, you're not alone. The political landscape is chaotic. Every day it feels like we're seeing more division, more harm, more suffering. It can be hard to hold on to love when the world feels like it's on fire. But that's exactly what I want to talk about today. How do we stay committed to love when everything around us feels unloving? How do we cope with fear, anger, and injustice without letting them consume us? How do we keep moving forward on this path of love even when the world makes it feel impossible? Well, that's what I want to explore. Let's start with the truth. It's okay to feel the weight of what's happening. It's okay to be upset, to grieve, to feel anger when you see people suffering. Love doesn't mean ignoring injustice. It doesn't mean pretending everything is fine. Love means caring, and when you care, the pain of the world will touch you. But here's where we have to be careful. When we sit too long in the pain, when we let the fear and anger take over, we start to lose ourselves. We see it all the time. People who care deeply become so weighed down by the cruelty of the world that they start responding with their own version of it. They become bitter, combative, hopeless, and little by little they lose the very love that they were trying to protect. The world is full of voices that tell us to fight hate with hate, that anger is the only answer, that if we don't shout, we won't be heard. And while I understand why people feel that way, here's the danger. The moment we adopt the tactics of the very things we oppose, we become parts of the problem. Hate will never fix hate. Violence will never fix violence. And fear will never fix fear. But love transforms. Now, I don't mean a passive, do-nothing kind of love. I'm not talking about ignoring injustice or pretending everything is okay. I'm talking about a love that refuses to lose itself in the darkness. A love that stays grounded, that speaks truth without cruelty, that stands firm without dehumanizing. Because once we start believing that those people, whoever they are our enemies, once we start seeing them as less than human, we have already lost. And it's easy to do because they do things that really upset us. They hurt others, and it becomes so hard. But we must remember, of all the lessons we've learned, hurt people hurt people. So how do we hold on to love when everything around us tries to pull us away from it? Here's a few things I try to practice. We can't change everything. We need to remember what's in your control. We can't fix the entire world, but we can control how we respond. We can choose to keep love at the center of our actions, even in the face of hate. We can limit the noise. If the news, social media, or constant political debates are pushing you into a spiral of anger and despair, step back. Give yourself permission to disconnect. Staying informed is important, but drowning in negativity helps no one. Be kind where you are. You may not be able to change the course of a nation, but you can change the world for the people around you. Small acts of kindness, listening, helping, showing compassion. These things matter more than we realize. Recognize the fear in others. Most of the division we see today comes from fear. People lash out, cling to harmful beliefs, and justify cruelty because they are afraid. That doesn't excuse their actions, but it helps us respond with understanding instead of hate. Hold on to joy. Love isn't just about fighting against the bad, it's about celebrating the good. Laugh, sing, hold the people you love. Remember that love itself is an act of resistance against despair. I know it's hard. I know the world makes it tempting to give up on love, to give in to frustration and anger. But love is not weak. Love is not passive, and love is the strongest thing there is. And it's needed now more than ever. So let's be the ones who hold on to it. Let's be the ones who refuse to let the darkness take root in our hearts. Yes, we will grieve. Yes, we will get angry. Yes, we will fight for what's right, but we will do it without losing ourselves. We will do it with love. Thank you guys for spending this time with me today. I don't do Saturdays like this often. I try to stay offline entirely, but this has been weighing on me because I'm having the same stresses and anxiety with what's going on as all of you are. I hope this message brings you some comfort and reminds you that you're not alone in this. We are walking this path together, and no matter how dark the world feels, there is still love. There is still hope. I'll see you Monday for another episode where we'll continue this journey together. Until then, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and remember, love is the only thing that cannot be broken. I love you all very, very, very much. Now go out and pass that on.